On December 24th, filling in at a parish in our diocese, I stood up at Mass and made the observation that even though it was my 10th Christmas as a priest, it was my first Christmas with a parish community in which I didn't really know anyone. I looked out at the congregation and I recognized a few faces from past visits. Well, some of them even told me their names before Mass started, and I had already forgotten them. What an odd feeling. Christmas Eve with a bunch of strangers. But it was a great night. Wonderful people, great hospitality, and beautiful celebrations. Thank you. You know who you are. Obviously, I don't. But as I reflected on that evening, I realized that it didn't just feel like family. It was family. And that's what makes my priesthood so special. St. Paul says to the Ephesians in chapter 5, verse 31 and 32, "For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This is a great mystery, but I speak in reference to Christ and the church." You know, I always get a little bit miffed, or maybe better to say saddened, when I hear people respond to the question of why priests don't get married with explanations about how difficult it would be to balance a priest's time between his ministry and his family. Now, true as that may be, it makes the profound gift of priestly celibacy come across as nothing more than the accidental result of a scheduling conflict. In fact, when a man becomes a priest, he makes the choice to not have just one person as his wife, in order to follow the example of Jesus and take the entire church as his spouse. You know, the Bible is filled with references to God loving his people like a bridegroom loves his bride, culminating in the incarnation, where Jesus comes to earth and takes it from being an analogy to being a reality. If a priest is to act in the person of Christ, in persona Christi, then what better way to give life to those words than by making the same decision that Jesus did, to take as his bride the very people he was ordained to serve. Which brings me back to how a priest celebrates a holiday. Maybe an analogy would be helpful. When I was 10 years old, my primary celebration was with the immediate family. Dad, mom, brothers, and sisters. But now that my siblings have their own families, their family celebration is primary for them. Even though our family still makes a point to get together. Well, similarly, now that I'm a priest, my primary celebration at a holiday, especially a holiday that springs directly from the faith, like Christmas or Easter, should be with my immediate family, which is the church. Now, of course, an important part of that celebration is the Mass, but I'm also referring to how I spend the rest of that day. In fact, some of my most special memories from holidays as a priest are the times that I celebrated part of that very day, Christmas Day or Thanksgiving or Easter, with a family from my parish. Did I know them really well as I sat around their table? Well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. But were they a part of my family? And was I a part of theirs? Well, because of my priesthood, I definitely was.